I think the state of tribal regulation today is very strong. We've taken on the role of the primary regulator for our industry because it is the right thing to do for our people. It's the right thing for us to provide a safe and secure and fair environment for those persons that come into our facilities to receive a good experience. The idea that a new federal agency with no experience in gaming whatsoever would be giving the reins to a very lucrative with industry with great potential is a little concerning. Simply because tribes have worked so very hard over the last 20+ years to establish their presence in the gaming industry and have worked with one federal agency, the National Indian Gaming Commission. Being able to draft the regulations and not necessarily have the same learning curve as another federal agency would have would be of benefit to tribes, so long as the tribal role of the primary regulator is preserved and intact in any of the legislation that's offered. The NIGC has had 20 years plus experience, just as the tribes have, and have learned gaming. They've learned the regulatory piece of it and know how at times difficult it can be to operate within that. One of the main points of contention in this last round of revisions had to deal with Class II games and the sunset provision and grandfather clause attached to games back in 2008. The NIGC extended that deadline by an additional 5 years to allow tribes the opportunity to convert those machines to get them into compliance, and I think that is a good move. It protected the tribes from having to outlay an enormous financial cost to convert machines that otherwise would have been rendered illegal just simply because of a matter of time. I'm not entirely satisfied with the new mix that were promulgated by the NIGC recently. There are things I think that the NIGC had put into the mix that go a little bit beyond what the NIGC's calling is. To have promotions and other related items put into the internal controls, I think, is a little beyond their scope. It is left best to the local tribe to determine because of the unique characteristics for their jurisdiction. So trying to apply a one-size-fits-all set of standards across the nation is not practical, and it creates challenges for the tribes at the local level to figure out how to implement a federal regulation in a jurisdiction that it may not exactly fit.